Happy Tuesday. 21 Days of Leadership is officially over. So I think I actually technically, if I'm going to be super honest, it was more like 19 days of leadership. So, okay, so maybe technically it's not over since it wasn't every day in a row. So 21 days of leadership. Let's call today the last day. And I'm good with that. I'm still going to do some pop-ups. I'm super passionate about leadership. I do believe we are all leaders in one way, shape, or form. We lead ourselves, and how are we doing that? We have a family, maybe not, but we have maybe a networking group where we're leading. Could be an executive, a manager, a business owner, an employee, a direct report. We still need to lead. So how are we sharpening those skills? So back when I was first coaching for a corporation, when I was first being trained, the three things we were working with clients as new coaches was how are they managing their money, especially if they're a CEO and taxes aren't being taken out of their paychecks, right? Are they having a tax account? So money management was huge in our coach training. Also, how are we helping our clients exceed and excel and go above and beyond in customer service, especially if they're a business owner, right? How are they doing, going beyond what they're being paid for? And also as an employee or a leader, how are we taking care of our people, right? And how are we going above and beyond besides just a company mission and vision? How are we coaching and taking care of the individual? Lastly, the thing we were being coached on was how are we bettering our craft? And I really took that to heart as a coach. So I not only coached my clients on this, I'm coaching myself up on this. How am I bettering my craft, and how am I encouraging my clients to better their craft? So for example, I was super honored to be chosen to be one of the 5 coaches that coaches the University of California system. They had a leadership program over the summer. So for 3 months, we were each given 7 directors. So director of finance, director of student services. We were given 7 directors. And for 3 months, we coached them up on leadership. And what are their superpowers, and what tools don't they have, or what tools do they need to sharpen? So had a huge success with that, had so much fun. I wish it was longer than 3 months. I don't think I've ever coached a client for only 3 months. Typically it's 6 months or a year. And I do have clients that I am still coaching 6 years later, 7 years later. I still have them. I totally believe in coaching, as I have a coach. Anyway, so bettering your craft. So when I had the exit calls, our last call with the directors of the California UC system, I asked them, how are you going to continue sharpening your tools and not letting them go dull? How are you going to learn new skills? And there's lots of ways. There's podcasts, there's classes, and one of the recommendations is reading, because there are some great leadership books out there. I know we see them on LinkedIn. Leadership books that I see people writing and getting out there. And then there's some ones that have been out for a long time, like Dare to Lead by Brene Brown. One of my favorites is Humble Leadership. Humble Leadership is a great leadership book. And then there's John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, another great book. Dave Ramsey, Entree Leadership. And if you're into negotiations, which a lot of my clients are, my business owners, my executives and managers need to negotiate with their direct reports, right? One of my favorite books is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. And if you're not into reading either, obviously I love books. Obviously you can listen to them. And there's lots of podcasts out there. Brene Brown had one that I just listened to. Is one of my favorites with James Clear, Atomic Habits. It's a 2-part podcast. So there's lots of ways for us to better our craft. And it's important as leaders that we keep sharpening our tools and bettering our craft. So that's my exit with 21 Days of Leadership, is keep bettering your craft. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I'd love to chat with you about leadership. It is something that I am super passionate about. I've taken leadership classes. Obviously, I read a lot of books and want to pass that knowledge on to other folks out there that want to sharpen their tools on leadership. It's important. All right, make it a great day, everybody. Thanks for listening to 21 Days of Leadership. I had fun doing it.